Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, April the 26th, 2024. Friday, April the 26th. Well, you know what? After all these comments I was getting in comment corner about Nicolas Chavez not coming back, I did some researching, and one of the entertainment outlets, news outlets, was saying yes, that he has been released early from his contract and he won't be coming back to GH. Now, look, I didn't put the piece out there. I read it. I even read it from multiple places. Is it the gospel truth, y'all? I don't know. So, if he does come back, then okay, guess what? Then he is coming back. But look, that young man is moving on to bigger and better things. Let's be real. And he's worth it. He deserves it. So I'm just saying, let's dive right into what happened. We've got Nina. She couldn't wait to come down to Carly. Carly, can I speak to you a minute? So Carly takes her, to that little outer area where they've got seats, and she goes, I'm having a problem with Crimson Sweets. And she goes, what's happening? She goes, we keep getting surges, must be electrical surges, and it needs to be fixed. So Carly said, it's funny. That never happened before. See, the old owner of the half of the Metro Court had the office all torn apart because of some issue. And now, obviously, this is the result of that. And so Nina says, it was a flood, Carly. It was a flood. She says, a flood, but absolutely nothing was wet. But anyway, she says, you're having a issue. I'm going to get maintenance over there right away. And Nina, I'm going to use the exact same people you used when you tore the office apart when I was editor of Crimson, since you love them so much. And Nina just looked at her. And so Nina said something about, oh, by the way, you shouldn't, what did she say about, oh, I knew Jason was going to turn right around and give you Crimson back, but it really isn't Jason you need to be thanking. And Carly's like, what do you mean by that? You need to be thanking Ava, because I talked to Ava first and asked her opinion if she felt that me selling Jason the MetroCourt would be favorable to Sonny. And she told me yes. And Carly says, ooh, Ava played you. She pretty much said that. Ooh, she got you. She said, because Ava was standing right in the room when Jason and I were over to Sonny's, and Sonny told Jason he was a traitor to him. So Ava knew full well that that would not go over well with Sonny. She says, oh, she says, you know what? Ava does things that suit her. Like with what she did with my son. She goes, oh yeah, she's orchestrated that. She goes, ooh, Ava got you. Right? And Nina just looked at her. She said, Ava's your friend until she has no more use to you, and then she's not. So Carly just looked, she goes, oh, whatever, but I'll get maintenance up to your suite. So then we have, before Nina came, Carly was talking to Sasha. Sasha was in there and she was supposed to be meeting Nina, but Nina's running late. And she was just saying, she needed to get this meeting in because she's looking for a new place and she's going to be busy. And Carly says, you moving? She says, oh yeah, my apartment is out of my range. I need to consolidate more. So she goes, and I'm looking for a job now. And Cardi says, wait a minute, would you like to work here? And Sasha looked at her. She goes, here at the Metro Court? She goes, absolutely. I'll give you a job today if you want one. And Sasha said, thank you, Carly. That is so considerate of you. She's like, but I'll think about it, but I really don't think working here at the Metro Court is what I had in mind. She goes, not, but she's gracious. Not that it wouldn't be a great job, but let me think on it. Carly says, look, just know this. If you need the job, you want a job, I'm here for you. She goes, that's nice to know. So that's when Nina comes barging in and Carly takes her off. And then Olivia comes up, Sasha, Sasha, because Tracy at home, Olivia has been real busy doing what I don't know. Because every time they showed the Metro Court all last week, Olivia was not there. So she's busy doing what? So anyway, Leo was eating some little processed cheese, the kind that probably had the little lunch meat and crackers. And Tracy walks in and says, what are you eating this processed food for? This is not healthy for you. And Leo said, because I haven't had lunch today. She goes, Yuri didn't make you lunch? He goes, the same peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She goes, I thought you liked peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Leo. He said, not every day. So then Olivia comes out, Leo, hurry up. She's getting ready to drop him off at some little activity he does. And he goes, okay, I'll get my backpack. And he runs out, and Olivia sees his little cheese and little lunch meat square and probably a cracker in it. Really, they just peeled it off. It was a Lunchable, but they didn't want to pay, the company to show or say the word Lunchable. So Olivia says, oh my God, I'm so hungry. She picks up a cracker. She's eating it. Oh, she's just chowing down on this cracker. And Tracy says, Olivia, you are burning two cans against the middle. We have not had dinner in what, weeks? I mean, in nights. And so she goes, I'm gonna make a lasagna and I'll make it enough to last a few nights. She goes, you know what? We've been living in the land of leftovers. She says, I thought you all liked my cooking. Tracy says, we love your cooking, Olivia, but you haven't had time to cook. Nor do you have time, nor should you cook. She says, 4 generations. Quartermains have always had cooks. She goes, no, 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 I will not. She goes, Olivia, I'm not saying you don't know how to cook and we don't appreciate the cooking, but you have not had time, nor will that change. I'm going to hire a cook. And Olivia says, oh, no, 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 no. If in fact I say, okay, I agree to having to cook, it's not in my kitchen. And Tracy says, wait, first and foremost, that's Monica's kitchen. She's just letting you use it. She couldn't wait to say that because everybody can't wait to tell Tracy that ain't her house, it's Monica's house. So Olivia says, if in fact I do say, okay, well, I'll get a cook. I'm interviewing and I'm picking the cook. I am. So Tracy's like, long as you get that done, because you're burning too many ends of a candle. So when Olivia sees her sitting there at the bar waiting for Nina, she goes, oh my God, Sasha, I've got something to talk to you about. She offers Sasha the cook job. And I thought, we've never seen Sasha cook anything in her life, except for that one shepherd's pie for Olivia, which must be why they did that. Why they had that scene. They were going to figure out how to put Cody and Sasha more in closer proximity. She goes, I've tasted your cooking. You are resourceful. The family loved your shepherd's pie. And so Sasha says, oh, I'll give you the recipe. She goes, no, no. I want you to come work for us and be the cook. And Sasha was like, wait, what? That's 2 job offers in one day. And Olivia's like, well, she goes, never mind. So she ends up saying she worked at a restaurant under a chef before. So it's like she will be coming full circle. She says, I'll think about it. Thank you, Olivia. I will think about that. So we shall see, bottom line, we already know she's definitely going to take that job, period. Because now we're going to get to see more of Sasha, the Sasha Cody romance and saga. So now the next thing we have is Laura's talking to Ava still because remember Ava slipped. She says, "Oh no, when I come home," and Laura caught it. She goes, "Wait, you consider Sonny's house your home?" She goes, "Well, because of Avery." And so Laura says, I kind of thought you living there was temporary. And you're still there? You and Avery? She goes, "Well, yeah, because Sonny feels it's safer to have us all under one roof." And she goes, "Are you comfortable? How is that working? Are you comfortable with that? Living with Sonny?" And so she goes, "Well, Avery is definitely comfortable, because we share custody, Sonny and I. And actually, Sonny has custody of Avery. He just lets Ava have more liberal visitation rights." And so she says, "No." But then her phone rings. Oh no, Laura's phone rings. She has to go handle this mayor phone call. And when she comes back, she goes, "I'm so sorry. Mayor business." And so Ava says, "Well, that's okay. You're very busy." And so she says, and something, she's almost ushering Laura out the door. And Laura says, "You never answered my question. How is it living with Sonny?" And she goes, "It's okay. Sonny and I are co-parenting Avery, and we're actually getting along very well." And speaking of Sonny walks in. "Laura, goodness," he goes, "Ava, I need to commission one of your artists." And so, because I want to have a piece of art commissioned. And Laura, I'm glad you're here. See, we're getting this manic going. "I'm going to donate this art to the city." And Laura says, "So what makes you think the city wants a piece of art donated by you?" And he goes, "Well, when my daughters go visit the city," and I'm thinking, they visit City Hall? You take them on a trip there? "I want them to see something beautiful, and I want them to know it came from me." And Laura was Laura. And, actually, no, Laura's been touchy-feely to everybody, but now she ain't touchy-feely to Sonny. She goes, "Sonny, so this is for you. This is what, a good deed you want them to see?" She goes, "So, Sonny, I just have to ask you, how you gonna handle it?" And Ava, she told Sonny she wanted to talk to him alone. So Ava says, "Oh, okay, I've got things to do." So she goes around the corner, is just eavesdropping on the whole conversation. And so Laura says, "Okay, Sonny, let's talk about this. You do all these good things. You'll do the hospital wings. You'll pay, like, you'll pay for all of these things so that people feel you do such good work, and they are nice." She goes, "But what happens when your daughters get old enough to know what you really do for a living?" And he's how he is when he gets manic. He goes, What are you talking about, Laura? I thought we were friends." We are friends, Sonny. But I'm asking you a question. What do you think they're even going to think about the art when they really understand what you do?" And he goes, "I protect them. I keep them separate." And I'm thinking, yeah, enough plausible deniability. Christina doesn't actually 100% know what her father does. Michael does, because he's run the business. Christina knows he's a mob boss. Yes, because he's dealt with, when, like, comment corner, somebody was saying, when she was married to Johnny Sakara. She knows he'll kill people. She knows that. But all the good he does makes her feel better when she thinks of him. And that's the way he likes it. And okay, you know what? Children of most mob bosses, all they see are the good in their father. Because that's what the mob boss lets them see, unless they're grooming them for the business, right? So he's like, We were, we've been friends for years. What's changed, Laura? And she says, I just the getting over, Sonny, you beating my brother within an inch of his life with your bare hands, Sonny. That was wrong. He provoked me. She goes, I understand he did. And he had held a gun to your head. He said, he is uh as bad as no, he goes, he's a bad man. And so Laura looked at Sonny and she goes, there are two bad men. Both of you are bad men. His crimes don't absolve your crimes, Sonny. And what you did in December was a crime that you've never paid for. You wanna donate things to make yourself feel better, do better, which was interesting. But you know what? How many mob bosses are doing better? And what they're all failing to realize, Sonny leaves, poor Charles will be in shambles. It will be a horrible place to be, right? He is the lesser of all the evils. Because see, Cyrus is still up to something. And it's going to be a slap in the face when it does come out. So let me see. Finn goes home. He talks to Gregory about Gregory needs a caregiver there when Finn is not around. And, Violet's in school and Gregory's alone. And Gregory's doing outings on his own. He goes, no, Dad, you need somebody looking out for you, somebody that's going to know what to do. Oh, Gregory was up in arms. He was getting ready to storm out of there. You're not going to take the last of my end. He goes, Dad, we can't put Violet through that again. I won't put Violet through what happened again. He says that's not fair to her. Because he goes, I'll manage it. He goes, you couldn't even manage last night. He goes, and it's going to come more frequent. And it's going to be more intense, Dad. You cannot manage that. And so Gregory's getting ready to walk out the room, and he goes, Dad, you know this is not over. And so he turns around and he says something to Chase, and Chase just look. He goes, you need some help. We need help in here. And he looked at Finn, and he goes, or what? And Finn just looked at him, and he grabbed his keys and he went out and he went over to see Alexis. And then he's talking to Alexis, and Alexis gives him a nice, talking to, and, some reason, voice of reason. No, you're not wrong, but, you need to give it some time and readdress it with Gregory. But in the meantime, Tracy comes over, and Gregory feels Finn sent her. Oh, my son sent you to check up on me? And Tracy's like, absolutely not. But yes, I am here to check up on you because that's what friends do, Gregory. I know what happened yesterday. So that's what friends do. And Gregory de-arms him. And then they sit down and they talk. And Tracy pretty much validates all his feelings. And he goes, Finn has a right to want to protect his daughter. Gregory said, and she says, but you have a right to the amount of independence within reason that you want. She told him, there are plenty of facilities, Gregory, that you can move into and still be independent. And you could have Violet come visit you there. And there's a staff full of people. You can control that. She goes, but Finn can control the environment and how his daughter, her emotional well-being in her own home. And so she goes, you know what, Gregory? What you're going to have to ask yourself is what's more important to you? Violet's well-being or your pride? And he just looked at her and he couldn't say. He goes, wow. And she just looked at him because she's thinking, I already know what you're going to choose. So Alexis talked Finn into going into an AA meeting with her. They're both going. She says, no, you need to take this hour. Let's go to a meeting. It'll help readjust your head. And then go back now and have the conversation again with your father. She goes, he's had time to think about it too, Finn. I know how Gregory, how much he cares for Violet. He just needed some time to let this sink in. But before Finn came in, do you know Molly came to see her mother? Talked about Christina, talked about, please, mom, go talk to her. You know how she is blinders where her father is concerned. And Alexis is like, boy, do I know it. She goes, Jocelyn told her, some things that Christina refuses to believe. And she's venting with me. She came over late. TJ finds out that she was over late. Now, TJ is going through his TJ thing, his doubting Christina, she's putting, herself in undue jeopardy and stress. And Molly saying, and it's stressing me out. And so Alexis told him, when you do know, though, what your sister is doing for you is an absolute gift. You do know that, right? And she's like, yes, mom, absolutely. That's why I kind of want to I need you to talk to her. Okay. And so Alexis says, something else is going on. She goes, what? Is it you need some advice on a case? She goes, something else, but she mouths zip, right? And so Alexis is like, oh, okay, like kind of like I can't go into the details. And I understand, you know what? Because first I said Molly needs to talk to her mother about having to prosecute Sonny. And she still can. Alexis will keep that confidentiality. Just like TJ knows. TJ be the loose cannon, not keeping the confidentiality, right? Because had she told Alexis that piece of the pie, Alexis would have told her right off, oh no, you recuse yourself. Do not do that, Molly, at all. But Molly kept that from her. And I thought, see, Molly, you going to bring a whole can of whoop behind on you. A whole can. So anyway, everybody, that's it. That is it for GH today. Let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Let me see. Today I get to go from the top down today. So let me start my trusty dusty stopwatch. And here we go. Aisha says, how connected are you to your family these days? Right to the point, Jason. Oh my God, wasn't he? So Jocelyn gets things wrong like her mother. Sonny has let standards slide for specifics about his mob business to be out there, or so his mob business isn't out there. The family was kept separate from his business, and people can speculate all they want. But Sonny covered his tracks well. Maybe that is the proverbial last straw for Anna and Laura. Sonny's personally beating Cyrus instead of ordering a beat down. Yeah, because it would have been more. Cyrus wouldn't have been able to say it was Sonny. As for turning Jocelyn against him, Sonny did all that on his own, trying to deflect um, to Jason's parroting and lack thereof. Doesn't invalidate anything Jason said. Jason wasn't judging or telling him or telling. He kept asking Sonny to think, even said please. Wasn't expecting the final parting threat from Jason, though. Yeah, Jason says, and I'm gonna have to stop you. Choke on that. So anyway, Aisha also says, I think Christina is over 10 years older than Jocelyn. Pretty sure she was at least a preteen when Jocelyn was born. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that too. And visibly, the age difference between the actresses is more pronounced now than it was between Lexi and Eden. Really, Christina is too much coming to Carly after trying to needle Carly at Bobby's. I know she was about Drew's reinstating Nina at Crimson and proceeding to provoke Joss about Sonny. Did Christina really think after one compliment Carly would forget uh, herself and not notice or mind Christina being fake friendly to fish for information? And that's all it was, fake friendly. Not everyone can be smoothed like Nina, being smoozing, like Nina's been smoozing Christina, and she can't pull it off. Carly was more generous or gracious and tactful than Christina deserved. She sure was. I was surprised at that. Aisha says, "Hi, Daily Recap lady. Drew, um, given name was Andrew." Oh, well, why would you say Andrew? You are right. It is Andrew. When was the last time you heard Andrew? That's why I didn't know it. But no one ever calls him that. That's why I didn't know it. I can't tell if he was sincere when he congratulated Carly. No, I think he wasn't being rude, but you had to read between those lines. I really. And Carly kind of read between the lines a bit, but she didn't care because I got my hotel back. I expected the dig about Jason making her a better offer. And that's one thing Nina told her. So I guess so much for you getting the hotel back for yourself. And Carly just looked at her like, "Girl, I got this hotel back. Kick rocks." Um, you know, but is he really wishing that he could have been the one that got the MetroCorp back for her? Yeah, remember, he was going to sell his whole business to do that. That was a drama-free, bittersweet recap of their relationship. But what did he respond almost mean after she said that things were back to the way they should be? Yeah, I don't know what he meant by that. Almost, because it sure shouldn't be with him. And then Georgetta says, "Who is doing the horrible reading?" Oh, are you talking about me, Georgetta? Well, I tell you what you do. You try to read all those comments and make them make sense. There you go. Now, see, how long did it take you to make sure that was grammatically correct? And I could read that. But as I'm reading one comment, I'm also perusing down and trying to make sense of the next one. So there we go. And then Georgetta said, "Sorry, Carly, that blue wrap makes you look very broad-hipped." I didn't notice Carly's dress. Uh, Lucy said, "I agree. That blue dress was not becoming on Carly." You know what? I'm going to have to look at that dress. You know, it's in one of my pictures. I'll look at it. Bernice said, "Laura, uh, she do have hips." Well, Laura normally wears a blazer, if you notice that. But Jeannie Francis is older. I mean, us seniors, we tend to put on some weight, and Jeannie Francis is up there. She's older than me, I think, and I'm in my mid. So, and then Pixie says, "Hello, everyone. I I was gone for a bit. So sad to hear that NAC, meaning Nicholas Alexander Chavez, and really it's Alexander Nicholas Chavez, is not returning to GH. What happened? Will the character be recast or what?" I'm sure when they decide to recast, they will recast Spencer, because Spencer Cassadine is ultimately a pivotal character in General Hospital, so we all wish Nicholas well on all his endeavors. And I'm gonna watch whatever he does. It's just I'm not into watching the whole serial killers true life storylines. I just really don't. So I won't be watching him in Monsters, but I would love to see other projects that he is. Lisa says, I know when you said someone didn't know when to stop when they should stop. I knew you were talking about Christina. Christina thinks she can walk in and start questioning Carly on how she got the MetroCard. It must have been Sonny who bought that for her. That's what Christina said, right? Christina was starting to pick a fight about Sonny with Carly. What does Christina want from Carly? For her to side with her over Jocelyn? Because she sure did pivot into Jocelyn, right? Christina really thinks her dad has done nothing wrong or caused pain or death to anyone. She's a hot mess in denial. Clemmy says last week she had a box for a belly. Then she had a little bump with Sam. And then the next day at the bachelorette party, her stomach was sticking out like a balloon. Now she really looks pregnant. She sure does. That's the most pregnant I have seen of Christina. And you know what? Oh, I did have to show that picture yesterday. I sure did. I definitely did. And then Angie says, Nina will make a play for Jason next. She wants to be with every man who cares for Carly. I hope Ava gives Nina hell. Heck, almost said that now, Angie. Sonny is the one who wants Ava more than she wants him. Ava is thinking more of her daughter Avery. I don't agree with that. Ava's calculating. She's liking living there. She's liking the life. And what she said to Ava about me and Sonny, we understand each other. We understand this life. That is Ava. She does understand this life. And when we think about the men Ava has been with, Sonny is the only mob boss. And she likes that mob life. So yeah, she's thinking about Avery part-time. The dinner plans and arrangements they're not making dinner with me with Sunny, Ava, and Avery, right? And then Brenda says TJ and Molly are similar alike. Christina is who she is. And Catherine says uh, they did kill Carly's dad, who was a cop. And I don't even remember Carly's dad. And then Catherine also says, okay, from the other comment corner, who is helping Elizabeth? Hello, a quarter Maine. Helping Elizabeth do what? You mean financially? I don't remember that comment. And then last comment, everybody, Catherine says, shouldn't Jason be concerned now that the city of Port Charles and the PCD aren't turning an eye anymore? Um, yeah, can't take one down without the other. So that's it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.